Dear friends, life becomes meaningful when we reflect on it, when we think on it. Our constructive thinking over life always results in a proper direction to us as well as to our fellow beings. This process of reflection, though it is natural, needs an accelerator. And it is the great leaders, thinkers, philosophers all over the world who accelerates us to reflect over life and inspires us to live as real human beings. Rashtrapita Mahatma Gandhi is one among such great universal leaders, thinkers, philosophers all over the world who had strived to minimize the gap between the rich and the poor. Today, with a great pride and honor, I express my words on the life of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nation, maker of modern India, who lived his life very ordinarily. He opened his eyes to this beautiful world on 2nd October 1869 in the town named Porbandar in the state of Gujarat. He was born in the Indian Gujarati family. To study law, he went to London in the year 1888. In 1891, he became a lawyer. After completing his law training at the Inner Temple in London, he moved to South Africa to provide his service as a lawyer at the age of 23. His social life, in real sense, began in South Africa. Sarvodaya Ashram, his residence in Phoenix, was termed as a house for injustice and home for compassion in South Africa. Sarvodaya, meaning well-being for all, we strive to give compassion and care for all. It is here that he published his first book, Indian Home Rule, which outlined his political vision for India and the principle of interfaith harmony. In the book, he expresses his views on Swaraj, modern civilization, mechanization, etc. The political career of Gandhi started in South Africa, where he launched a civil disobedience movement against the maltreatment meted out to Asian settlers. He experienced racial discrimination on the soil of South Africa. That too he resisted bravely. With so many bitter experiences in South Africa, he changed into a strong and courageous leader. He always fought against injustice. He first used satyagraha in South Africa to fight against discrimination and injustice. Hence, it is said that if they had not thrown Gandhi out of the train in South Africa, the English would not have too much trouble from him. His ashram, entitled Tolstoy Farm, started in South Africa in 1910, was the headquarters of the campaign of Satyagraha, that is non-violence, which he led at that time. Returning to India in 1916, after spending 20 years in South Africa, Gandhi became a member of the Indian National Congress. After the death of freedom fighter and Congress leader Bal Gangadhar Tilak on August 1920, Gandhi became virtually the sole navigator of the ship of Indian Congress organization. He always said that life is a message of courage, harmony, non-violence, peace, brotherhood among each other, irrespective of any differences. Once, on the train, he lost one of his slippers. He threw another slipper as well. He said that one who finds the slipper will be useful for him, as getting one slipper is of no use. This biggest and great patriotic India is always remembered for his extraordinary struggle and contribution to the freedom struggle of India. His path of non-violence has entitled him as the father of India. Hence, United Nations General Assembly marks his birth anniversary as the International Day of Non-Violence. It is truly incredible how a barrister who was so nervous to make a speech in London court went on to lead the Indian national movement. Friends, determination matters. It is the strong determination which turns the table down. His hard work to achieve Swaraj, his working to get rid of other social evils, to make India an inclusive country, his working tirelessly to remove the system of untouchability, his attempts to empower women, his functioning to enhance the economic condition of Indian farmers made him an ideal leader, not of India only, but of the whole world. Gandhi had wholeheartedly supported the British during its first war. The end of war, however, did not bring the promised freedom for India. So, Gandhiji launched many movements to force the British to grant India its independence. His key role in the important movements like Kheda Satyagraha, Champaran Satyagraha, Non-Cooperation Movement, Civil Disobedience Movement, Dandi March and the Quit India Movement, Khilafat Movement led the country to achieve its ultimate goal of independence. Though imprisoned and discriminated against badly by the Britishers, it did not weaken the inner strength of Gandhiji. Even though his body was frail, his ambitions were quite stronger. He, walking 440 kilometers on foot to defy the salt tax, reveals his never-ending determination. As a great supporter of democracy, independence, eradication of social issues, he fought for the people and lived for them. His principles of truth and non-violence have built new society which is founded on honest behavior. The way we live with freedom of study, speech and anything today, the credit goes to many patriots like Gandhiji. He lived and died for his countrymen. We should always remember his principles like Ahimsa, Paramo Dharma that he followed in his life very strictly. His unparalleled efforts and struggle for Indian freedom have tirelessly inspired many people with freedom movements and civil rights all over the world. His devotion to the well-being of the masses inspired the world leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., James Lawson and James Babb, Nelson Mandela and many more. As a saint and a great social reformer, he believed in simple living and high thinking. Everybody who came in the contact with him was very deeply influenced by his personality. He was a champion of democracy and had deadly opposed tyrannical rule. Gandhi showed India and the world the path of truth and non-violence. He believed that it was truth alone that prevailed in the end. Gandhi believed that real India lived in more than 5 lakh villages. According to him, India's real emancipation depended on Swadeshi, that is, boycott of foreign goods, use of khadi to encourage the villagers and cottage industries in the country. The Gandhian era in Indian politics from 1920 to 1947 shaped and saved the country from the clutches of the Western civilizations. During the period, Gandhi spoke the final word on behalf of the Indian National Congress in negotiating with the British government for constitutional reforms and for chalking out a program for the national movement. At last, his noble efforts bore fruit and on August 15, 1947, India became free and independent. Gandhi defeated the mighty British Empire not with swords or guns but by means of strange and utterly new weapons of truth and ahimsa. He worked all through his life for Hindu-Muslim unity and the abolition of untouchability. Gandhi worked hard for the upliftment of the Harijans, the name that he gave to the untouchables. Gandhi declared untouchability as a sin against God and man. In today's world, we deal with injustice and violence. He was a beam of light that always showed us the path of how to live our lives with truth, peace and non-violence. As the greatest political icon, father of the nation, the legacy which he has left behind him has been an inspiration to all the citizens all over the world. Hence, being an Indian, we must pay our homage to him and respect with equal zeal and nationalism and follow his guided path of simplicity and truthfulness. Life is too short of making it wasteful by doing vulgar actions and luxury. Helping each other with love and care, irrespective of differences, is what our aim of life should be. Today, his Samadhi at Rajghat has become a place of pilgrimage for people all over the world. Thus, the true servant of humanity left his footprints on the sands of time. I salute this leader, pay my homage to him on his birth anniversary and anticipate from the Almighty, the person like Gandhiji, to be born again in India so that all the people will have solace of inner satisfaction. Thank you very much.